What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about how you can set yourself up for success early on, already in day one of Classic Fresh. And I made a couple of videos already on this channel and my main channel on how you can get ahead of the curve in like financially with gold and also leveling. And today's video is going to be very similar to that, but something obviously that I haven't talked about in these videos before. So before we do that, big thank you for all the support on the complete gold guide for Classic WoW. A lot of you guys have already picked it up, and I really do appreciate that. This gold guide is perfect for Classic Fresh as it does have the best gold farms at level 60, but it also has a tons of ways where you can combine leveling with gold making so that as you're leveling, you'll always have enough gold to be able to learn all your new spells and abilities, be able to get mount at level 40, and of course, once you reach level 60. So, if you think that sounds interesting and you've had one of my other guides, then definitely check it out with the link down below in the description. And by using the discount code STUDENT, you get it for 50% off. Now, I want to talk about items that are on vendors, but they're limited. So you have some items that people might think are more obvious, like, for instance, patterns for the Devil's Sword gauntlets. Now, the raids don't instantly open up, and the Devil's Sword set with the legs and the gauntlets are always in high demand, where the patterns for the legs is obtained by farming, while the Devil's Sword gauntlets is purchased all the way up here, up north, like from a vendor, and it's a time limited vendor, this one. So I remember back in 2019 Classic Season of Mastery, people were camping these pretty hard early on, and they would buy these from the vendor for I think it's like 2 gold, yeah, 2 gold and 20 silver, and then they would sell it for like 10x, 20x, 30x that early on. So definitely set yourself up for success. I do realize that day one, you're not even going to have 2 gold, but what people do is that they're basically taking their tunes, doing like just these death runs to place like a level 1 alt at the location, so as soon as they have enough gold, they just send that over, which mail is instant now in Classic Fresh, and then they pick up a pattern. One that I think is even more important is going to be this one, the pattern for the Runecloth bags that you can buy in Winter Spring in the Everlook. Now, everyone wants Runecloth bags. Everyone that wants to make gold with crafting wants to be able to craft a Runecloth bag. It is easy gold. So get your hands on this one early because there's people that are buying them up as fast as they can. And if they're like one of the few crafters that can craft the Runecloth back in the auction house, they're still going to keep on buying the pattern to prevent other people from getting into their market. So also camping the Runecloth bag out is going to be really good for gold making. And something that you can do a bit earlier because you need 1 gold, 26 silver, and 2 gold, 20 for the other one, but one that you can do relatively soon where you will see the effects very early on is going to be the bronze tube. The bronze tube is absolutely great because it's an item that's needed for a quest, like the quest Look to the Stars in Duskwood. And everyone wants to do this quest as the follow-up quest for the quest Look to the Stars is pretty good. So everyone wants to do this, and they are kind of expensive on the auction house because you can obtain this item by, of course, crafting it. Right, you can craft it if you have engineering, but you do need the bronze bar in order to do so. Engineering at 105, but you can simply just buy these from vendors as well, which is also time limited. So way cheaper at 8 silver a piece, and there's a big list of different vendors, but some of them are very close by depending on which race you level. So, for instance, if you level a dwarf or a gnome, you can buy it right here in Karanos. And then if you play an undead, you can buy it in Undercity. If you play, again, gnome or a dwarf, you can go inside Ironforge and buy it in Tinkertown. And if you play like a human, you can go right here to Stormwind. But there's like easy to get to vendors for every single race in order to buy these bronze tubes on the auction house. So I made a lot of gold on these back in the day. Even just the feeling of having one in my bag. So if you don't really care that much about gold making, but you don't want to pay like extra for an item like this, just checking by one of these vendors as you're leveling to pick up a bronze tube so you have it ready for yourself when you're venturing into Duskwood to be able to do those quests. So great ways of making gold. There's other plans and patterns and time specific or a time limited or items from other vendors as well. But these are like the some of the holy grails, and there's of course gonna be a couple of items out of interest that you can farm as well as soon as you reach max level, where one of the most obvious one is going to Western Plaguelands and farming for the Crusader enchant. Like those are going for insane amount of gold early on. I remember in 2019 Classic, I was the Realm's second mage to reach level 60, and I farmed these and I sold the formula, the Crusader enchant formula, to a guild. Like the guild scrambled together their gold to buy my formula so they could craft the Crusader enchant to their guildie. So people are willing to pay a lot of gold for those. But I do got a bunch of videos like this one coming. So if you want to see more classic fresh videos, just make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. And of course, don't forget to check out the complete gold guide for Classic WoW, now only $9.99 with the discount code STUDENT. Appreciate you all watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.